Today is marking September 2nd in the year 2017, and the competitive Season 6 of Overwatch is finally upon us, since a couple days in fact, and there are a few things I tried to do specifically before making another video. The first one being catching as many livestreams as possible to get an idea for what is being run on ladder. The second one was talking to my Discord about their experiences during their playsum matches for some more anecdotal evidence. And the third one was obviously playing my own playsum matches on my main account. Little ad on the side, if you are watching this video on launch, I'm gonna be live on Twitch right now doing my playsum matches on my old account, so if you want to hang out, feel free to do so. Anyway, the point of today's video is to kind of talk about this whole meta craving that I have witnessed. Before the season even started, content creators were obsessed with the idea of finding out which heroes are going to be meta in Season 6. Now, one simple concept of YouTube is, and will always be, if people want to watch it, videos of it are going to be made. So as much as I personally hate it when the community actively seeks out videos like that in an attempt to limit their own hero pools to only those characters that these specific creators deem meta, the fact that they do rack up views in the hundreds of thousands means that it is something that is fundamentally engraved in the community. And that for good reason. Most ladder players are seeking to find the path of least resistance on their way up the ranks, the most effective comps that are available at any given time. And given that mentality, I have already seen a lot of people label Season 6 as the spam meta. And I don't think I need to get in detail as to why that is. It comes down to Junkrat seeing far more playtime than before, especially in high elo where players usually avoided him at all costs. In addition to that, Orissa's shield has seen a bit of a buff in its size, and with her massive magazine she obviously contributes to the spammy feeling of a lot of ranked games these days. The funny thing about this is that with people trying to label the meta of the season so early, it might be that very attempt that shapes it, rather than the objectivity of which heroes are actually stronger compared to others given the current balance of the game. That just means that a big live streamer on Twitch and Grandmaster will play their playsum matches against a lot of Junkrat players. The chat labels a spam meta and goes out to tell their friends about it, complain on the forums, and make fun of it in comment sections. And suddenly people are under the impression that with all the buzz it creates, it must actually be viable. Now, that's not to say that it is not going to become meta. Neither does it mean that it is. What I'm trying to say here is that you guys should be careful with those kinds of labels, especially if it only comes from places like chat rooms and comment sections rather than your own experience. Let's quickly take a look at what I gathered from my 2 days of watching, discussing, and playing. Day 1 of Season 6, live streamers have encountered Orisa Junkrat comps on a regular. Players built around that idea and added more spammy heroes like Hanzo and Zenyatta, and the chat went mental over that. Day 2 of Season 6, live streamers encountered Junkrat far less frequently than on launch. Still day 2, I am playing my playsum matches and encounter a massive variety of different compositions around the 3900 SR mark. Anything from triple tank to S5 dive comps is also 222, and even plenty of comps and swaps that did not adhere to any of these labels to begin with. Day 2, late in the evening, with a lot of people on Discord having finished their placements. The general consensus was that it did not feel that much different from the end of Season 5 post Zarya buff. Those are some very radical differences, and that for good reason, because as some of you might have already been able to tell, we are still in the finding phase of Season 6. There is no meta, or at least players have not entirely agreed to one just yet. It always feels very big when a hero that previously was not really played at all suddenly appears multiple times in the same session. That alone makes it feel like they were present far more often than they really were. Not to mention that some of these changes are something that players need to get used to first. Dealing with Junkrat spam, handling Orissa's massive shield, or accepting the fact that Doomfist no longer one-shots targets that were physically out of his reach. This season still has a lot of mystery attached to it, not only because it started with these changes to heroes that have not seen a lot of playtime, but also the fact that more changes are yet to come, which to me makes this ever the more exciting. I am not here to draw a clear-cut conclusion when it comes to what is currently meta. I will not say that nothing changed on low elo only because that was the experience of the members of my Discord server. I won't say that Junkrat is a must-pick now only because I've watched some live streams where he was played often, and only because I have encountered a variety of compositions. That does not mean that you guys necessarily will. If each and every one of you that played their playsum matches already was to leave a comment including what they encountered this season, and assuming that all of you would be honest, we'd see massive inconsistencies even between players in the same elo. Two Platinum players are not necessarily going to make the same experience because there are a lot of players in Platinum. And that's really all I'm trying to say here. Even if your experience is that all you encountered was dive, or that you've never played a match without a Junkrat, that does not make it meta. And I would really like to advise you to not try to label a competitive season so early into its lifespan, even if it only lasts 2 months this time around. Rather, enjoy the finding phase, take pleasure in not knowing what to expect and being able to be more loose with your hero hero choices. Dare yourself to try some things out that may seem odd at times but might work because nobody has any guidance they can follow anyway. Not to mention that meta play in the pro scene, for example, is born in an attempt to get the most out of each hero given their current power level compared to the rest. If you have not reached a level of mastery that comes close to that, i.e. if you're still playing in low elo yourself, then you have to care even less about what's popular. Get creative, stay competitive, and always give your best. No matter what meta we end up dealing with in Season 6, we should all try to enjoy the entry phase and its lack of restrictions as much as possible. But hey, that's just my opinion on the matter. If you would like to angrily shout at me that I'm wrong, feel free to do so down in the comment section below, or live on Twitch where I'm currently playing my Season 6 old play some matches, if you are watching this video on launch that is. But until then, thank you everybody so much for watching. Don't forget to drop me a like on your way out if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you want to see more, and I hope to see you all next time.